is loading, so it's going to take its time to properly load. But yep, once it's loaded, will be, well, was a bit of a surprise. So there's been a tiny bit of a time skip because I sincerely didn't want you all to worry too much and just be bored. So we have hypertubes now. No more shall we have to walk. We can just get slammed through tubes at high speed and reach places we didn't even know existed. Hmm. Also, we got an extra hard drive. Ah, and we are lost somewhere in the middle of a desert. I nearly forgot that part. We have hypertubes, but we're also we also ended up exploring and in search for power slugs, and we are kind of somewhere else. So it's it's perfectly fine. We're kind of somewhere we shouldn't be, but details, as they say. Well, not really somewhere we shouldn't be. We're just elsewhere. Yeah, we can go with that. We are elsewhere. Because I went looking for an extra energy source, because again, energy is energy, and we always need energy. So, stuff. And we got it! Kind of as soon as the game loads, because I found another perfect spot to start a new generation of, power plants. The problem being, it's slightly far. I mean, not that far away, it has everything I need. But it is far enough that I do feel like it's going to take a tiny bit to set up properly. I mean, I can set up hypertubes and everything else. So, here we are. So, basically, if we open the map, we are here now, and this is the main base. Now, air-wise, it's not that far. Now, I set up the miners, and this is all pure coal, so these things are going to be amazing. Like, this definitively has the potential to be the greatest, largest base of them all. Problem being, I do have 10 rotors, so I could build a water extractor. But if I want to build a coal generator, so basically if I build a coal, then I need 10 more rotors. And if I want 10 more rotors, well, let's see. Do I have enough? I can only build 3 because I need more nails. I mean, I can make more screw. Again, why do I call them nails? They're screws. So I need a couple more rotors here. Just letting this go, because I need 7 more. So unless this reaches 7, we're not going anywhere. Alright. I'll have to go back to the main base soon to get more, but I mean, I could arguably just build a rotor production factory somewhere here. There should be iron. Yeah. So basically, there is iron, but it's down there. Like if I do the iron ore thing again, look at the pulse. One's there, and the other one is over there. Like those two there. So if I can build a miner and a smelter, yes, I can build both. Then a constructor. Do I have enough for everything? Like smelter, constructor, miner. I actually do. So I can just get started here producing what I need. Of course I need the energy. So for the energy, unfortunately, I need to base myself on the past base, which is opposite here, and which requires my... Also I got the Casino Basher. Now we can brutally murder aliens faster and better. Let's lie down. So there's a bit of a deadly poisonous gas stuff going on around here, but it's fine. We should be able to survive this. So, here's what we're going to be doing. First of all, alright, that's where the closest one is. So I'll set up the normal structure. Oh, also there's more water down here. Oh, that's nice. Is there coal also closer here? Nope, didn't think so. Well, we do know there's those small buggers. Small flying things of doom and hell. Is there a faster way down? I mean, I guess. Ah, well, this one didn't hurt. Hello! What's the purity of this? Ah, it's pure! Nice! Wasn't there one more? So this is pure iron ore. And, oh! Wow, these are two pure iron ore veins. This is great. Because in the meantime, I've also unlocked Logistic Mark III. So conveyor belts. But, so let's start small and then we can ramp up production. So, Miner 1. Also, why do we have all of these? So, gonna clear the air. Well, clear the area. I mean, on one side, it's, I mean, it's clearly spring cleaning when you think about it. I don't really need the... Where did I end up getting all these rocks? Oh wait, no, these are motors. I was about to throw away something which wasn't meant to be thrown away. Because I found those in a crash site. That's a dog going its way. Well, don't let me disturb you. So, the smelter. So this is a pure iron vein, which means 120. Which means 4 smelters, actually. I actually have enough? Oh, well. 1, 2, 3, 4. I mean... Should probably do something like this. Well, then it's, wait, it should be easier to do it like this. And then we need another splitter. There we go. And I guess that when we move this up to a Miner Mark II, we can just further multiply the numbers, because 120 in a Mark II miner should be 240. Which pretty much means we can do whatever we want. Like, seriously. Now. Just connecting it here. So, iron ingots, iron ingots. Iron ingots. And iron ingots. Alright, now. Here's the thing, to build rotors, we definitely are going to need a assembler. Let's put it there. Now rotors were built from rods and screws, which isn't that difficult, since we have more than enough. Though the problem is that, as you may notice, the smelters are smaller than the constructors. So it's got to be 1, it's got to be 2, 3, and 4. Now, this produces 30 parts per minute. If I go iron plate, it takes 30 per minute, so it's 1-1. Now, the iron rods, on the other hand, it's 15 per minute. So technically, I can have 2 iron rods produced with just 1 smelter. So literally. Now screws require now this take 15 and produces 15. So this needs 20. And this needs 100. So arguably we end up having a lot more iron rods, but in this case we'll consider it even, and then the rest will have to be, well, not much of a choice, I guess. I mean, we can merge them. Since this is a 270, so but then we'd have to split it. There we go. That's for that one over there. There we go. So basically, they all step in here, which becomes 170, and well, becomes 30, 60, 120. Then we're going to be needing rods anyhow, so so because everything becomes rods. And then the rods become screws. Need to clear the area, otherwise I won't be able to see what I'm doing. There we go. So we produce 15 rods a minute, and this feeds 10. Is it a 10? Does look like a 10. I'm half blind sometimes. So 10 rods, 15 produced. So 15, 30, that means that 2 of these make 3 screws. That makes 3 of these. There we go. Now this makes 40, 80, 120. Which means we have an extra 20. Which I guess is fine at this point. So... Now, the thing is, of course, it's fine only as long as the conveyor belts are fed to one. Like, if both of these are fed into one conveyor belt, then it's fine. If they are not, that's when we have problems. Yeah, stop growling, you. So... Because I need both a space for a merger and a splitter. Yeah, we don't have that here, so... You have to move this one further ahead. There we go. And so these two go in here, and I mean, in any case, we have to start bringing it back over there, so... And now we can build. There we go. So, screw. Screw. And screw. And now we can bring it here. If only we had enough. We don't have enough reinforced iron plates to do that. Ah, well. We did have to go back to the home base anyhow, so... We just built as far as we could. So this one goes in from there, and... it's not enough. Well, I'll leave this like this for now. Now the question, getting back up. Let's get a stairway. And a ladder. It's not right, but it's a bit diagonal as far as ladders go, but it will do. And then it's back through the dark cave of doom. Oh, well. Yes, I am going back. Let's bring the energy with us. Hello! Excellent. Only in death do they serve purpose. We do have to go through a tiny bit of gas encrusted area, but if I remember correctly. Ah, well, no, actually, there were just a lot of spiders in here, but they were handled, so. Dashing through the hill, bringing all the joy. There we go. Alright. Now we can keep going to the main base. I should probably set an hypertube connection anyhow, so. But that would require a lot of tube. Like. This would hurt in real life. Just imagine sliding down a long set of crystals and sand. The vast amount of sand in one's body would be deadly to behold. Like, alright. So. Yeah, we're producing the encased beams. Look at them go. Probably will need more. But, yeah, probably. We added a new row, and these you may notice are the hypertubes. Now, what do the hypertubes do? Well, they're hypertubes. Also, you get into one, you get to fly around. Well, hop. This way I don't have to walk my way up there. And here we are. Let's see if this improves things, actually. Because I am seeing a bit of a... Oh well. No! Yeah, the thing is, when you get sucked in, you don't get to say no to the hypertube. You don't actually get to decide. Like, as if you're close enough to it, you get sucked in and that's it. No ifs, no buts, no, but I didn't want this. You have to suffer. That's how it works. So... Well, here's where the rotors are produced. Gonna take 100. Yeah, we're making these, and yeah, I mean they're producing them. Let's speed this up. $90 and $45. Yeah, this is 60 per minute. So wait, no, it's the other one. 40 per minute. Well, whatever. we go. And there we go. Gonna need a few more here. There we go. Yep, 120 parts a minute. Oh, also it's called Smelter 700. That's amazing. There we go. This should work. Yep. We should eventually empty these two. But let's go this way to make it faster. Because if it's 120 and 120 going in, then it needs to be 270 going out if we want to maximize it. Otherwise it's just not gonna work. Oh, excellent. So, also smart plating. Let's see at what point they are, because yeah, so 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So up to here, and we should have all the smart plating needed. Why did we need smart plating, you might ask? Well, because that's one of the parts you get to the next tier of research. Let's go do this. Well. See? 500. There we go. Now we need 100 automated wiring, which we still have to start building the production of. But 500 of those. Now let's go check. Because those we actually are producing for very slowly, so I doubt we're done. But let's go see. You never know. Boing. This is another hypertube. For right now I just built two. This one avoids me having to go to the left side. I had to build a foundation down there because otherwise I couldn't properly link the thing. But yeah. Turns out it was useless in the end. Now, hypertubes aren't that fast. They can be made to go faster if you build multiple entrances, one in front of the other. But no, I don't like the risk of... Well, we're going through the ground, but I don't like the risk of it bugging out on me. There we go, literally slammed into the assembler. I mean, it takes so long to make these that the slow speed of one is more than enough. So, 100, 200, 300, 400, 500, yes. Oh. There we go. Now we are producing steel beams over there. Witness me as I run for the... Here we are. And here we have steel pipes. I'm bringing them with me. I know why. Now these are for the... And I do wonder... I could probably fit another one. These are doing 60 per minute. 45 per minute. I mean... Yeah, you see, it's never just right. I mean... And it's not like you can... Wait, you can? Perfect! You actually can! Oh, well, that's nice. This makes it easy to overclock. I mean, 59.85 per minute. The absolute madman. Like... Yeah, if it's 60 per minute, it should actually... Because this gets 30. This one gets 90. Ah, so it's actually pretty fair. It's like... This one needs 90, this one just needs 30, so it's 120. Both of these produce 60 now. So, now it's actually pretty balanced. Who would have thought? Can't believe this, but apparently it is. Everything going according to plan. Will wonders never cease, I think. I do have a third one I could set, and there's a third one over there. Now, do I have enough? Set a miner, yes. Set a foundry, yes. Yes, I have enough for everything. Well, I mean, this is normal iron, so... I mean, I don't want to pick it up, I just wanna, you know... I have 2 hard drives I need to examine. Oh, I don't care about the crystal oscillator all that much. Don't need... this. So... $60 a minute. So I guess I should just put it here. And then a constructor. Four steel beams. Now, 60 a minute. Oh, let's add one of these. Again, manually write 60, so we get the right amount. Come on, come on, come on. And there we go. And now we're going to put this in storage. This way, when I need more, I can just come and grab them from here. I mean, sure, I should probably set up another hypertube and... I do have enough of the entrance, though. Now here's the thing, until you power this thing up, it's no, it's in the wrong direction. Alright. I mean, the first time you're building this, you have to do it by yourself. Like, you have to actually walk and get there and... Now, usually it's better to leave some space between one and the other, because you don't want to risk it, so... You don't want to risk getting sucked in. And let's test it. Boing. I mean, this just spares you the pain of having to walk, like to push W. It's not that fast, but hey, it's... I mean, it does follow gravity, so if you build them going down, it will go down, and... Eh? And back we go. Just look at me ignoring it and just moving on. So I do have 2 hard drives though. Should probably scan them. Yeah, going down is always faster than going up. Also, you end up launched. So... There we go. And let's put these in. Now, last thing remaining are the 100 automated wiring. Those will come after I've increased further so let's see. I have placed down miners, that much is true. And I need... wait. So let's say I'm going to build 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, and I need 12. There we go. This is the list of everything I need. Plus various and eventuals. Well, we've got all the rotors we need. I mean, we can arguably stop the production here for a while, since 1 and 2. This should allow us to build back up a good enough number, and copper sheets over there. And cables as well, so... let's take some more. Alright, so we just need more reinforced iron plates. I do have another production of reinforced iron plates up there, so let's just go back there and see. Boing. See, this spares you kind of all the time it takes to normally walk up or take a ladder, but ah well. Just bringing some extra, cause yep. There we go. I mean, it's pretty clear that it's slightly unbalanced, but we... Yeah, if you're running on the conveyor belts, you just never stop, so... Yeah, no, I have enough now. Alright, time to get back there and finish the building of the coal generators. I mean, I could build a hypertube network, but the hypertube network I'll build after I'm... it's over there. After I've solved the energy. I mean, I do have a lot of energy, but I want more spare. Because, the more energy I have, the less I have to worry about. Also, that's a power slug over there. That's gonna stay there for a while, I guess. I mean, on one hand... well, when I need the hypertubes, I'll get to them. Until then, it's just a matter of walking. Boing. When we meet the filthy Xeno, we will butcher him like an animal. That's more lime. Again, there's so much limestone. I mean, I don't really need it for much. Wait, why am I going over here? No, I'm supposed to follow that wire. Also, I didn't drop the motor or everything else back. Damn, well. I already emptied this crash site. Boing, boing. Boing, boing. Makes a nice swoosh sound, though. Don't really need any of this. Walk, walk, walk like an Egyptian. Dum 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 dum. Well, probably not like an Egyptian, but jump. Think all the way, and then right, and up we go. Yeah, it's up there. Should I? Nah, I'll connect the power later, because first I have the exact ingredients needed to build what I want, so I'll start with that. Then if there's any extra, then we start working on the rest. I was gonna stay away from that core. I mean, there's nothing of value. I guess maybe there's a slug I'm not seeing, or... But who cares? Dead. You're dead. You will all die if you stand in my way. It's not that difficult to understand. Just when I'm murdering alien wildlife, I would rather not have alien wildlife try to stop me. It's not that difficult, really. Just Alright, here we are. The epicenter of a new coal factories plus. We have pure we have pure coal veins, which means 120, which can further be pumped up to 240. So I already placed the mines, the Mark 1 for now, but we're gonna go up when it becomes necessary. So, let's start. Now, first of all, water likes to stay down, but in this case, we're gonna have to bring it here. So. Now, usually I do something to keep the water on the ground level, because then you don't have to waste time or effort in pumps. Oh, so that's another crash site which I'm sure I opened. Come on. There we go. Why do I have random limestone? Doesn't matter. I guess this place will have to do to begin with. So, as the producers are all over there, we're gonna do something simpler. Now this is 3 and 3, 6. So let's get started with one water extractor and then go from there. Because see, here's the problem. It has to climb the steep hill here. Then, of course, once it's climbed, it just goes back down, so that's not a problem per se. There we go. Then once it's going down, then it doesn't really matter. There we go. So this would be the first 3. So let's just give these guys power to begin with. Also, I have noticed that we don't have enough iron rods. Ah, it's too far away. I would argue that putting this in the water doesn't spell like a smart idea, but, well, I don't think we actually risk electrocution, so that's fine. We probably won't reach it, but if I take away 1... Yep. Missing a couple of rods. Well, thankfully I know just where to go and get them. Well, let's see this work. This is a pure iron ore, so... Excellent. Of course, we do need to power them up. At least one of these. So wait, these are all screws. Alright, and this one has to connect back to that one. There we go. Yeah, I need more iron rods. There we go. I mean, I got 4 of these. I have no idea what that was. Well, this is another fun place to produce rotors, I guess. Oh well. There we go. Well, at least we're producing these fast enough for me to steal and use elsewhere. So... there we go. These should make a near incessant stream of screws and... yeah, look at them. Just go in and... Alright. Well, on one hand it works. And without any waste. On the other hand, I do need more rods. There we go. Yeah, electricity wise, we... Ah, wire is too long, huh? There we go. Now, if it works as intended, the moment I reach the top, the mine should have started already. Yep. I can hear the sound. Oh, it is getting water. So every 4 seconds it eats one. I mean, it does keep climbing, so... This one isn't going because it's missing water. This one has water. So it's only this one which isn't really functioning. I mean, I guess because it has to reach full capacity here, and then it will start filling also the top one. I mean, I could just change the cross line from being this way to being this way. Because I guess that's what the main problem is, that... There we go. Come on, fill up. I mean, on one hand it is filling up. Just not as fast as I expected it to, but yeah, here it is. That's where the speed is going. Alright. Now let's get 3 more. do you mean the pipe is too long? I do wonder if I need a... Let's see, do we actually need one? Is this 10 meters? I mean, it is climbing by itself. And then it is going down, so... Though the fact that here reaches 52 and this one only gets droplets doesn't really fill my heart with friendship or... But no, it is climbing fast, so... Yeah, no, the water is going fast, so I don't think I need the pipe, at least, not in... Now, the question becomes... Are these enough? Like, is one enough for all of them? At least, is one enough for 6? So, one burns every 4 seconds. 6 per 4 makes 24. These produces 120 per minute. Wait. 120 per minute. That's 120 per 60 seconds. So, that's... 120 pieces every 60 seconds. That makes 2 pieces a second. Matt. Mathematics, why are you like this? So, the... this one burns a piece of coal every 4 seconds. That means that in 1 minute, which is 60 seconds, it has burned 15. So it's 15 a minute. 15, 30, 45, 60, 65, 75, 90. So yes, technically it should be enough. There should still even be some spare. There we go. 30, 60, 90. So technically I could still build 2 more. Why am I running out of copper sheets? Ah, because I built the tubes. Right. So I could probably just build it. Like here. Now let's see. This actually works out fine. So let's see if actually one water extractor is enough for 4 of these. Does seem to be the case. Let's see. Yeah, no, it's actually still rising. Alright. Ah, but of course I didn't actually connect it, so if it's not burning it, we don't know. There we go. Now we can check. So, if that number goes down below, then we have a problem. If it stays at 146, well, yeah, it's going up. Fine. Perfectly fine. Alright. So, one water extractor can hold 4 factories. As for the coal, I guess it's going to take a while for it to reach its destination, but otherwise, I do wonder if I shouldn't. I don't think I have enough though, because this is 28 and this is 11, so even if I did, it wouldn't last. Now, since we know it does work, I'm just gonna put... I don't have enough copper sheets now. Why? I mean, yes, I know why, because I'm lacking in a... Well, guess I've got to go get some. Oh, it is interesting to notice how the coal is getting stacked, so... There we go. Now, let's go get copper sheets. But wait. Maybe I can just build them. Curse you, copper ingots. Wait. Do we have any copper nearby? Just, you know, asking for a friend. Aha! Down we go. Need to make an hyper tube. Definitively need a hyper tube. Sliding down the hill. Getting hurt in the process. So, where was copper again? Ah! There it is. Wait. Oh well. I mean, this is a bit like a kill spawn, but if you do strike when they just start, you have an easier time. Oh, this is a pure copper ore too. Intriguing. So do I have enough for a miner? Perhaps. There we go. I mean, it is a pure one, so I can build 4 smelters. Ah, missing iron plates. Well. Actually working pretty fine. Not for the fact I actually do need iron plates now. So. I can get them back from here, steal some iron ingots, and then go from there. That's a possibility. Oh, I can just take it from here. Ah no, it's no point because this is a reinforced one. I need normal ones. Yeah, there's no point then. Let's make iron plates. I also need iron rods, well. Those are easier to get. There we go. Now I can just take some of these. I mean, this is a slow method, but if it works, it's not stupid, as they say. So I'm bringing around these 13 quartz crystals, but I don't really need them, so off they go. There we go. Now, let's destroy some trees, because we don't need those. There we go. Clear area. Now the last splitter. There we go. So, copper. Copper, copper, and copper. Now this is just because we need copper sheets. I mean, if we wanted cables, we could have used just the iron and used iron wire, because we do have the alternate receipt for that, but I do need to connect it to something. Why is it that everything around here must always be so full of cables? I just need an empty one. There we are. There we go. Energy-wise, we're fine. We're gonna be fine for a long while, but alright, so while that's working, let's look at the constructor. So what we need are copper sheets. Now the question is, yeah, this one needs other. So it's 20 per minute. These produce 30 per minute. So that's 60, 120. That means I can technically feed them. So 20, 40, 60. Alright, so 3 of these. Can be fed by 2 of these. So first the merger. And then the splitter. One goes there. Can I actually make this do the rounds? Let's see. This requires a certain level of precision I am proud to say I do not possess. You know, it's like a... No. Because here's the thing, I don't want to risk the... There we go. So this is the merger, this is... Why aren't you going anywhere? Oi. Talking to you. Alright. So. I need iron rods. Ah, thankfully I know where to get them. Oh, wait. There we go. Now, these are the copper sheets, so they can just go in a storage container unless otherwise specified. Time to power this up. There we go. Now, we do have 2 more, so like we could make 6 of these and just pump out copper sheets until the end of days, because there's little to nothing that would stop us from doing that. But here's the thing, let's check. We can make wire and cables. We don't No. No. I mean, we could make... No. I mean, AI limiters are the one thing I could be building if I actually cared about them for now, but I don't. So it's wires and cables. So, to make a wire, it feeds 15 per minute. Now, as these produce 30, it means I can make 2. And so this means 4. Oh, come on. Here we are. Now. There we go. Is there Caterium or anywhere nearby by chance? Yeah, well, 535 minutes, not even that far arguably, but for now let's concentrate on what's important. So, wire, wire. So, and they produce 30 per minute. Now let's say I want cable, well. Let's get rid of the trees again. Why are there always trees standing in the way of progress and civilization? Like, just get out of the way. Now, a cable requires 2 wires and eats 60 per minute. Now, these produce 30 per minute, so pretty much 2 for 1. And the question, of course, is do we want normal wires or do we not want normal wires? Well, there is, of course, a potential solution in putting a storage in the middle. But that's a good question. Do we or do we not want also normal copper wires? Because if we do, I mean, we can just do this. I mean, I can just put I can put only 1 here, but then it splits in 2, so that's where it gets interesting. So, wait. Really? Who am I to disagree? Sure, the laws of physics might cry a bit, but I call this an artistic freedom decision. And then... one and two. And these can be cables. So if any remain, then... I don't have enough on one of those, but I do have enough for a storage. There we go. Yeah, Messiel, that's... I mean, I'm saying your nickname in the French way, Messiel, but could be. But yeah, destroying the environment is the easiest way to get the job done, because at least you get to see what you're building. See, at least this way everything is nice and clear and tidy, and sure, we are demolishing a lot of stuff, but I'm sure it's for the good of everybody else. Go. And here we are. Hello, giant thing of monstrous nature. So now we're getting the cables. Now we do need reinforced iron plates, admittedly. Let's see. Ooh! Ooh, ooh! Absolutely not! Rigor motor. Ah! Oh yeah, because I have all the time in the world to make crystal oscillators. Yeah, no. I mean, steel rotor seems the better option. Wire and... But steel, again, like, all of these suck. Like, honestly, all of these options suck. As far as alternate recipe go. Because, yeah, I just want something simple. I don't... Like, this requires a lot of setup to properly do. And, yeah... I mean, the standard recipe, for the rotor at least, is kind of easy. Just, you know, rods and screws. And there's no point in this one, because you only get water and minerals in a refinery. So... I mean, 3 and 8 gives me a stator, 2 and 6 gives me 1 rotor. I mean, there's really no point in any of this. It's all silly. I mean, I'll get the steel rotor, but I really don't want it. But it's the option I'm dealt with. Like, I mean, there you go. Now, I just realized a nice little touch of just showing it as it's done. So... Yeah, but if I want the reinforced bolts, I'll need more reinforced iron plates. Then I guess I can use this one to build the other side. But yeah, I have to go back to home base to get more. Though I should look about hypertubes. I can build one. And I should have enough to get a decent start, as long as I have enough copper sheets. Yep. Probably going to run out of copper sheets, steel pipes earlier than copper sheets, but let's go. It's hypertube time. I'm gonna build it up top here. No point in building it at the bottom. There we are. Perfect. Excellent. And off we go running. Yeah, we're running out soon of all that we need. It's So we basically needed more steel pipes. Well, we covered some distance. Let's throw away the leaves and the wood. Yes. Energy-wise, we're fine. So, at least in going back, I can use these. Because they increase the speed, even though it seems like they're standing still. If this was reality, this would hurt. I've already said this more than once, but it bears repeating. But if somebody were to be sliding down a mixture of sand and sharp quartz crystals, they would probably not be alright by the end of it. So, let's see. Ah, right, reinforced iron plates. That's what I wanted. Well. And then steel pipes. Oh, right. Steel pipes and copper sheets. So the copper sheets are over here. Also, I need more cables. Well, thankfully I've got them. There we go. Because seriously, this place is producing a lot of... I do have a cable production elsewhere, so this one I'll just stop it. I'll just let this be filled with copper sheets. So for the steel pipes, well, we have to use the hypertube to our next destination. Yeah, the hypertube benefit isn't actually the speed, though you can make it speed up by putting multiple supports and entrances one in front of the other, but it's rather the fact that you don't have to keep pushing W to move forward, just... So that's a strange way of holding onto the Blade Runners, but whatever. Boing. And then I get spat out. And then for the steel pipes. This way. Now this is actually the way to the steel beams. And... oh. Well... this does look like... it might require some manner of speed up. Let's see. Alright. I do need to check if that's a minor. So... nope, made a mistake. There we go. Now let's go check if a miner is a Mark 1 or a Mark 2. Because if it's a Mark 1, we can improve it for Mark 2. But if it's already a Mark 2, then I do need power shards if I want to increase the... because I don't remember if it's a pure iron vein or not. Well, it's a Mark 1 and it was a pure iron vein, so... there we go. Now it's 240 a minute. Because it does mean... ah well, I now need more. Well. I could just drop this here temporarily. I'm not going anywhere after all. There we go. Yeah, I'll come back for those later. Hmm. There we go. And now the speed should be fixed. Perfect. So, I should have enough to finish the hypertube. Oh, right. Let's take an actual hypertube to get back to the hypertube. Boing. Oh, well. Let's see. How far are we? Yeah. I guess it's fine. Yeah, we still have 1,103, but should be fine. For now, of course. Alright. So, if we want, we should, well, I wanted to set it, where would I? I guess here would be a good place. Just from here, heading off into the wilderness of the unknown. Should probably set it. Nope, wrong direction. Alright. I might end up needing some steel plates, and I'd rather have the extra steel plates and not need them than because I guess it's the hypertube supports, which, yeah, I have more than enough concrete, but a couple of extra iron plates wouldn't harm. There we go. So, where is it? Ah, there it is. I don't think they are going to be enough. I mean, the distance is definitely shortened, but yeah, no. I have to go back and get more. Well. Just goes to show how far away stuff is. I mean, the fact that I need steel pipes is and copper sheets, but there we go. 400 extra should be enough. But I do need the steel pipes, so it's boing. Dum da dum da 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 dum dum da dum da 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 dum. Is that a slug down there or just a strange flower? I should check it eventually. Boing. Yeah. Boing. So. I'll leave these here. If I'll need them, I'll bring them out, but for now I'll leave them there. So, steel pipes. 2, 3, 4, 5. There we go. Now, let's see if it works. So, basically, there's a kind of a bug where if you kind of slide in at the wrong point, it kind of blobs you in, but guess no. Well, I am closer to the destination anyhow, so it doesn't really matter. Boing. Sliding down the tube with hatred in our hearts. You wonder, can I just... I mean... I do wonder about the exit, since there is no exit tube, so... Going pretty slow, huh? Just going through trees. Below the ground. Alright. Should be approaching the exit. We're nearly there. Come on, Tube-chan. A few last steps for mankind. A lot of steps for Tube-kind. There we go. Tubes for the Tube God. Alright, so... Oh yeah, I can go finish. But before doing that, I need to check the MAM to see at what point it is, because I did build one here somewhere. This one drops me here. So, bio coal. No. Bolted frame. So the normal recipe usually requires and produces 2. This one instead would go with so iron ore and copper ore to make iron ingots. No, that's a no. From biomass, getting normal coal, that's also... Seriously, all of these alternate recipes suck. Well, I'll go bolted frames. I don't like any of these, but if I have to pick my poison... Well... Should probably set another hypertube that leads straight up. Ha! It encased beams, which are back at the main base. Oh no, what shall I do? Well, let's test the tube. We built it for the express purpose of simplifying our life in moving between bases. I mean, it's probably faster than going by foot, but at least it's the least annoying. Like, it's not as annoying as it might be. Because you don't have to push anything. You don't have to actually walk or... You just have to wait. Here we are. Should probably research explosives at a certain point. Wait though, what do I need for explosives? Because I haven't actually checked. But, so, explosive, it's sulfur, so... I mean, I have it. I just need 4 more of these silly object scanners. You know what, let's drop the rest for now. So, 12 beacon and 200 SKUs worth of beacons? Yeah. There we go. And the screws. I think they're built up there. These ones are all eaten. Over here, I guess. Perfect. I don't really need 500, but I'll take those I can get. So now we can make those 4 extra object scanners and get the explosive show on the run. And then, for this one, we already have everything we need. I should have started with this one, arguably. I mean, once this is done, we will have explosives. So, yay! Yay me! Energy-wise, we're fine. Anything else I should drop? I mean, the rest here is fine. 1 minute 40. Alright, I should also check what we can do here. It's funny because I don't have a need for vehicular transport because I don't really like it. And I didn't even bother with the jump pads, because the idea of having to actually aim the jump pads does not fill me with joy. So we should start working on the automated wiring. So a starter and 20 cables. So steel and copper wires. I do know where I can get these. But first I wait for the research to be done. Excellent. Well, let me just grab some explosives. Yeah, I cannot yet do the rifle thing, but one day. So, Nobelisk explosives. Oh! Plus 1 hand equipment. That's 3 minutes. These are both 3 minutes. And I can do both. Pity I cannot stack them, so. There we go. Now, what do I need to actually build? So, the detonator. Why do you need 5 object scanners for a detonator? Game. 5. I mean, yeah, that's... Well... This is incredibly silly, admittedly. But I have to manually make 5 object scanners, and why would I need 5 scanners to make 1 detonator? It doesn't make sense, like... I mean, I'll still make it, but, Alright. So, let's see if it actually works. So, I mean, this one is a rock, which blocks my path. Ah, look! It's there. Ah, wait. Actually need to load the ammo. I mean, if 4 of them don't work. So, I now placed the detonator and so this should blow up. Wonderful. We have I'm gonna bring a few more with me. For, you know, the added fun of... Why am I stuck here now? There we go. See, nature tried to hold me back, but I was stronger than nature, and I broke free. I'm gonna build some more explosives, because those are always useful to have. Excellent. So let's do this one. I mean, I need plastic, which I don't. I could make a smart splitter, admittedly, but no. I mean, let's bring a few with me. You never know when you might need to detonate the you know, the heretic. All right. Because if we don't need it, we don't need it. But if we do need it, we have it. In case I want to build more miners. I do need frames, though, in case because I do. Well. Let's start building the starter thing before going further. Because I do know where I can get copper, so... Boing. Boing, boing, boing. Boing, boing, boing. Look at me, going ahead. So, a couple of extra frames. I could have probably used the hypertube. I forgot. Extra steel pipes. So... here's where things get interesting. We already have one foundry here who's busy making these. And this is a Mark 1 now. If I remove this, I can put a Mark 2 in place. So let's start thinking things through. So, I want to build starters. Because those are needed for the automated wiring. So, 3 steel pipes and wires. Now, the steel pipes are being built over there. Steel ingots, we make 20 parts per minute. Yeah, that's not going to be a problem per se, as long as we get the steel. So this copper, well, this should be enough, if... So. You're getting a Mark II upgrade. And then I can just get rid of these. Alright. Now, we need a second foundry. Then we need a constructor. I'll have to move the assembler further ahead. Steel pipe. And now... I mean, I couldn't make steel. Oh, no. Automated wiring. Why am I doing this on no! Stators. There we go. Alright. This makes steel. This makes pipes. Now the wire. Copper. Which I know is over there. See? I heard you. And first you die. Nobody cares about the limestone though. Hello. Well. So it's only one? There's another one over there, and a third one is way further back. So, there is one on the other side of that valley, but let's start with this one, which is closer. So, it is normal copper. So, if we want to make it fast, we're gonna need a miner Mark II. One and two. So production is 120, which means 4 smelters. I don't have enough rods to build 4. Well, I know where to go and get them, so that's not a problem. And in we go. See, there's a lot of these which go nowhere because go. Probably won't speed it up by much, but boing. Hypertube. Hypertubing. Far away. So. Didn't actually bother checking. This is 60 per minute, yeah, so then... But normally it would be 45, yeah. Oh, well, well, well. Another splitter. Copper ingots for everyone. Then, wire time. So 15 per minute. 30. 2 each. That means 8. Well, that's 30, 60, 120. So regardless, all of these can go on a conveyor belt Mark II without a problem. And that's exactly what I'm going to be doing. Wait though. There we go. Now we have a single one, which is filled to the brim with joy and friendship, and now we need 8. Oh, for the love of all. You know what? Gonna go this way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I was like, a player is in the way. Yeah, I'm in the way. There we go. So, with that said, in order to get cable, we need 60 per minute. 15, 30. So it's 4 for each. There's something wrong here. Oh. Now, why am I leaving these two empty? Because I have a feeling I'm forgetting something. Yeah, so this one needs wire, so 40 per minute, huh? It's because the cable is for the automated wiring, which comes into play later. Yeah, because we need 20 cables and 1 stator. So this one produces the stator. Which then I'm putting into a storage container. Meanwhile, this one does need cables, which I made there and there. That one needs wires, so... There we go. So, now we connect the last two. Alright, and if everything works, well, everything works, everything works. Time to start powering stuff up. This is a mess. So let's see. The pipes are going in. Now it's time to get ready for the rest. I do think I just disconnected the main miner. And there we go. Now, if nothing detonates or breaks, here we go. I may have made a mistake somewhere down the line. Perhaps. Well, so long as it keeps on going. I may have miscalculated, but hmm. 30, 60, 120. 120, that's... Yeah, I mean, if every single... I guess because these end up stacking up. So once these are all stacked up, eventually, slash inevitably, it's, could probably speed things up this way. Thing is, we need 500 of these. Right now we have 2. Ah, game. Why do you hurt me so? Yeah, like, all of this chaos for just, 2.5 a minute, and we need 500. This is gonna take a long while, isn't it? Well, you know what? It's dinner time, so for today this will be all, and I'll continue this next time, where hopefully, well, we'll manage something. And I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all next time. Bye bye.